Today, I'm bringing you the third installment of our investigation into what happened when the Trudeau Liberals turned Canadian hotels into migrant camps to house wave after wave of Syrian refugees. Today, I'm going to show you how these little refugee children were dangerously neglected. Remember when Justin Trudeau, right after his election to Prime Minister, promised to bring in 50,000 Syrian refugees by Christmas that year? It was ridiculous. It was an unmanageable goal and pure virtue signaling. Trudeau did it to show the world just how much kinder Canada would be with a Liberal as a Prime Minister. But Trudeau didn't give much thought to the logistics of screening, housing, managing 50,000 people from a war zone, just like how he thought the budget would balance itself. I suppose Trudeau thought the refugees would just integrate themselves. But it didn't happen that way at all. What resulted was mayhem in the hotels that housed these government-sponsored migrants. Now, earlier this week, I showed you through government internal memos and through emails from hotel management the damage that the Syrian refugees were committing in the hotels contracted by the federal government to house the refugees in their first days here in our country. I also showed you the abuse and disrespect and even sexual harassment that the housekeeping staff in these hotels received at the hands of these migrant men. Today, I'm going to show you the part of this investigation that bothered me the most as a mom. I'm going to show you how dangerously neglected the little migrant children were by their parents in these hotels. This is one email from a hotel manager to their contact at the federal government. It reads, "I write this email to you following major concerns from my team here at," and then the hotel's name is redacted. Now, I really like this manager because of what he's going to say next. "Our team has catered to the refugees from the first day of arrival at our property." And the manager put the word refugees in quotes because even he knows many of them are not really refugees. Some of them are just economic migrants. Anyway, the email goes on to say that here are some of the concerns that we are faced with on almost a daily basis. 6 to 10-year-old kids that are filling 8 to 10 cups of coffee, kids using the juice machines as a toy and filling constantly, only leaving the cups around the lobby and restaurant. Eating sugar packets and mixing with water, some drinking, some wasting. Children are urinating on our front entrance wall. Kids go into our fitness room and pouring water all over the equipment. Kids alone in the dry sauna at 90 degrees. Children unattended riding on the luggage cart. If they fall down the stairs, the hotel is not responsible, so who is? Now, this internal email to the government's on-site monitors say the hotel is concerned over the number of fights occurring between children, particularly boys beating up on the girls. And when the hotel staff reports these occurrences to the parents, there does not seem to be a concern. In this internal government memo, serious neglect is described. Under number 3, children are being left unsupervised. Clients are in the rooms, but sending the children out to play in the hallways, or both parents are attending an orientation and children are unsupervised. Other specific incidents include parents sent 2 young children, approximately 2 and 4 years old, outside to play. Front door is approximately 20 feet from a very busy road. The same parents also repeatedly allowed their child to play with water valves in the laundry room, resulting in flooding the entire laundry room with a leak into the breakfast room. Another incident involves a housekeeper coming in to find a mom asleep and young children attempting to wake her. Children tearing wallpaper off the walls. This is another email from another hotel manager to their contact at the federal government. The email reads, "The hotel has been seeing a large number of parents allowing their children to be unattended around the hotel. These are serious safety concerns for the hotel, and I'm sure the government sponsorship program. A few examples are as follows. Children left in rooms alone, even at the age of 4 and 5. Many children in the pool, throwing everything in sight in the pool and playing with no adults in the area. Running through the hotel in bare feet. In the fitness center, trying to lift weights and use machines. Again, no parents. Now, that same email also says that hotel staff found a baby left alone in a guest room, and when the employee went to tell someone, the employee was told that she had no right to complain. And this is yet another internal memo for those on-site monitors that again details health and safety concerns for the little migrant children. Many children were playing outside unsupervised, and safety was a concern as it is a busy parking lot. The issue has been since resolved as a security guard has been hired. There have also been several incidents involving young children wandering in the hall alone late in the night and children left unsupervised in the hotel rooms with no parents in sight. This may be due to lack of knowledge of parenting rules and regulations in Canada. No, that's neglect. This is yet another internal email. It says hotel management had issues with one room where children are peeing on the floor in the bathroom. The manager showed me pictures of a floor completely soaked, and there was toilet paper in the middle of the floor that was covered with feces. It was communicated to the refugee that this was absolutely unacceptable and should not be happening. This room has done this on several occasions. In this email, a hotel manager says that they tried to do their part by opening a meeting room for 2 days and supplied toys and activities. The email says this lasted only a few hours until the children took all the toys for themselves and stored them in their own rooms. That same hotel manager said that children caused damage to the pools and they've had to shut down the pool twice for repair and cleaning. Let me just say that I understand. These are little children. They're only doing what they've learned, things that they've been taught or have been allowed to get away with as acceptable behavior. Kids, no matter where they're from, will get away with exactly what you let them get away with. It's probably one of the laws of the universe. Kids will be kids, and they will push the limits every single time. And I know little kids coming on a long journey, and especially those coming from a war zone, will act out. It's hard. It's traumatic. I understand. I promise you I do. But where were the parents to make sure that the kids weren't in harm's way, to care for them, and to make sure these little kids weren't being ungrateful to their new country and their new hosts? If Canadian parents were allowing these behaviors and neglecting their kids in this manner, no doubt social services would be involved and investigating the parents. Instead, it appears here the hotels are reporting child neglect to the government, who is supposed to be managing the refugees, and it seems as though nothing is coming of any of it. I don't believe in the bigotry of low expectations. I believe that every single parent from any culture should and must take care of their own children. To see my other reports of our ongoing investigation into the Liberals' practice of housing migrants in Canadian hotels, go to refugeeinvestigation.com. Check back here next week and I'll tell you about how hotel swimming pools became Sharia compliant to accommodate these Syrian refugees. For the Rebel.Media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. To see all of my reports from my investigation into Syrian refugees housed in Canadian hotels, go to refugeeinvestigation.com. And while you're there, if you can help cover the cost of getting access to these exclusive and explosive government documents, you can pitch in there too at refugeeinvestigation.com.